What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to the $10,000 EIDL grant and stock market update. It is Black Friday, November the 27th, 2020. Please do me a huge favor. Give this video a thumbs up, hashtag EIDL with your comments below. And if you're new to this channel and you'd like me to help grow your business, I ask that you please subscribe and hit the bell. All right, it's another gorgeous, sunny and 70 degrees just north of Atlanta. I'm in a place called Milton. There's a lot of really cool, it's all new construction, bars and restaurants. But anyway, I'm out on the greens. I thought I'd do a quick video. I want to talk about the EIDL program. I want to give you a warning in reference to some spammers that have been in the comments impersonating yours truly. And then I'd like to spend a few minutes talking about the stock market, because I did spend 14 years on Wall Street as a broker. So with the Dow at 30,000 and the QQQ, the NASDAQ 100 at 300, I think it's a good time to check back in with you. So first of all, not much news on the $10,000 EIDL grant front. There are three bills, one in the Senate, the EIDL for Small Business Act, known as S4227, that would get you the balance of the 10 grand that you were promised from the CARES Act, and a loan up to $2 million if you qualify. There's the Problem Solvers Caucus bill in the House. That's $50 billion for the EIDL grant. That also gets you the balance of 10 grand. It also eliminates the loan caps at 150 grand, puts them back up at $2 million where they belong. And then you've got the HEROES Act, which is $2.2 trillion, the skinny down version. That has, in my opinion, $90 billion of grants, $50 billion of it on page 5 of 87 in the summary, gets you the balance of the $10,000. It also, like the other two bills, eliminates the loan caps, puts them back at $2 million where they belong. And then, as I said last time, on page 32 of 87, there's something called the SBA Lifeline Grant in the HEROES Act. And if you have 50 employees or less, and you can show an economic loss of 30% or more as a result of the pandemic, you get 6 months of working capital or 50 grand, whichever number is less. So working capital can be payroll, including to yourself, credit cards for your business, utilities, rent, etc. So if you're a one-person show and that's 5 grand a month, times 6 months is $30,000 under the SBA Lifeline Grant. Now, that means the HEROES Act, which is in the House, has to pass the Senate as well. Will it? I don't know. There are no guarantees. So always remember this. There are three bills that get you at least 10 grand or the balance if you're already in the queue with 9 million other small business owners, sole proprietors, and independent contractors. So anyone who tells you otherwise is full of shit. Well, what about the CARES Act? It says up to 10 grand. Yes, that's what these three bills fix. There's something called congressional intent. Even Chuck Schumer talked about it on August 19th in Peru, New York, when he said he supports the bill in the Senate, S4227. That's $80 billion for the grant, $100 billion for the loan. The congressional intent now of over 50 senators, congressmen, and women was to get you $10,000 within 72 hours. Well, we all know by now that Ms. Carranza, permission from higher above, there's no doubt about it, decided to ration the grant at $1,000 per employee and cap the loans at 150 grand instead of $2 million where they belong. Well, we've been fighting nonstop, along with a few other channels, for 7 months to get that fixed. We now have 3 official bills, 1 in the Senate, 2 in the House, that will fix it. Now it's up to Congress to get their act together. Good luck with that, right? But it looks like we're probably going to have to wait till January, which means we may not get money until the end of January, February. I know that sucks, but what can we do? I have already, to the point of I have harassed these people like you wouldn't believe. I have a small army of small business owners like myself. And we have been emailing and calling every senator, congressman, and woman. I got my 2 in the state of Georgia to support S4227, my 2 senators. Chuck Schumer, from where I'm from in New York, came out, as I just mentioned, in support of S4227. There are some senators in Florida and Texas in particular that have had enough of yours truly. Well, A, I really don't give a shit, but B, I have to be cognizant of the fact that I can't continue to light them up. So they all know they have to get you this money. We're giving them a bit of a holiday breather, but if it doesn't look like when this starts to get rolling in early January that you're going to get your money, you can guarantee I'm going to raise holy hell. And if I have to go to Washington, D.C. with a blowhorn, that's exactly what I'm going to do. We're not going to let them get away with this. All right, in terms of the warning, you may have seen there's an idiot. He's been blocked and reported. I think they removed him by now. He's impersonating my name. He's got 2 subscribers. He even stole my photo. Folks, never under any circumstance trust anything that looks like me if I say in the comments to email someone on Instagram. That's not me. Never email someone you don't know. Never call someone you don't know in the comments. Do your homework. This particular idiot asked one of our subscribers for $300, pretending it was me, trying to act like it was me, but sending someone over to Instagram that has nothing to do with me. Never answer someone in the comments when they say, call me at this number or email me over here. It's an absolute scam. Most of them are spam bots, but some are the real deal, trying to rip people off. Don't do it. All right, with the remaining time that I have. As I mentioned, I was on Wall Street 14 years. I manage money for what's called accredited investors. Those are $1 million net worth and up. If you go to my profile on LinkedIn, since early April at hashtag stocks with Jason, I did a boatload of videos and stock picks. About 500 people that have followed me have made almost 600% on their money, no shit, in the last 7 months. They're all there, they're unedited. I stopped doing the video in September, quite frankly, because the money that we were making was ridiculous. And there were people on LinkedIn that were complaining that all I was doing was talking about stock picks. But if you read the recent comments, I still gave 4 or 5 others. We recently bought and sold Macy's. We recently bought and sold GameStop. We bought and sold Carnival Cruise and American Airlines. At the present moment, Black Friday, I am 80% cash in my trading account. I think the market at 30,000 on the Dow, 300 on the QQQ, is fairly valued, and the short-term indicators are way overbought. Way overbought. Now, in my investment account, I own Microsoft, Amazon, Disney, QQQ, SPY, and DIA. At hashtag stocks with Jason, you'll see on March 16th, that's what I bought. Those stocks have almost doubled. It's an absolute home run of epic proportion. So if you bought stocks in the spring, or you at least held on to what you had, congratulations. If you panicked, and you can see in some of the videos I did way back on LinkedIn, if you panicked because the fake news scared the shit out of you into thinking that this was it, we were all gonna die, do not load up at nosebleed territory, which is where we are right now. There's too much risk. We've got a handoff that's supposed to happen by January 20th. Is it going to go smoothly? I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't. So we need to be careful. That being said, and I'll do more videos about this in the near future, I'm also thinking about setting up a text alert. So if we get enough people on YouTube and LinkedIn that want me to text you my stock picks in real time, I'll set up a service probably in January or February. This, in my opinion, is a multi-year bull market. Should go to about 2035. The reason for that is demographics. The millennials and the Gen Xers are now bigger than the baby boomers. So if you look at demographics alone, this looks just like 1984. In 1984, the baby boomers were 42 years old. Right now, in 2020, the millennials are an average of 42 years old. And if you know the stock market, from 1984 to the dot-com peak in 2000, it was an epic 15 plus year run. The same thing began, in my opinion, in March of this year. So we are 7 months into what I think is going to be a 15-year massive bull market. So it's not too late. It's not too late. I wouldn't be loading the boat after this gigantic run. As I said, in trading, I'm 80% cash. I've cashed in an enormous amount of trading profits. I've got hundreds of people that follow me that are in the same boat. We're on the sidelines, going to enjoy the holidays. From an investment perspective, I'm waiting for a pause or a pullback. I'll talk about in general terms what sectors I like in a very near future in another video. So my point is demographics, massive stimulus, trillions are on the way. You've got $1 trillion or $2 trillion coming for COVID relief. You've got $1 trillion or $2 trillion coming for infrastructure build out. You've got a couple of $3 trillion if Biden takes control in January for the Green New Deal or the skinny down version of that. Just trillions of dollars will help raise stock prices in terms of fiscal spending. You've got zero rates. The Fed has already come out and said we're not taking rates off zero until 2023. Well, they did the same thing in 2009. The Dow got down to 6750. They took rates down to zero. They issued trillions of fiscal stimulus. The markets more than tripled before Trump took over in 2017. The fourth reason, I think this is the biggest bull in human history that will go until 2035, is artificial intelligence. I'm going to do a lot of videos on this in the future, but the maturation or the build out of AI will make us more efficient, more productive, more successful than ever before. In a few years, most Americans, most people in the world, quite frankly, will only work 3 or 4 days a week unless they want to work more, because the machines will do all the math, science, analytics, statistics, etc., even to the point of blue-collar jobs. Like you can go on YouTube right now and you can see robots laying tar in Arizona in 120 degrees of heat. Perfect. No wrinkles. Laying sheetrock. You can see drones painting houses in 10 minutes where it would take a human crew up to a week. So a lot of the blue-collar / math and science stuff will be handled by machines and robots in the years to come, which is going to make us far more efficient than we are right now. And then the fifth reason, I think this is the biggest bull ever, and it just began in March, is what I call the Great Awakening. And that's a elevation or a rising of the collective consciousness from 3D to 4D and then ultimately 5D. Some call it the age of Aquarius. I don't want to get too esoteric, but I'm into a lot of that stuff. 5D is all about love. And that's what this channel is all about, right? One love. Said that before. Every color, culture, creed, political, sexual persuasion is welcome on this channel and on the business that we're going to build. Well, more and more people are starting to realize that, right? We've been taught, mostly through the lamestream media, to hate anyone who looks different, who votes different, who sounds different. It's a bunch of bullshit. We're here to work together. We're here to love and support one another, regardless of where we come from. And as more and more people realize that, and we raise our vibration to that of love, we're going to do what we love, with who we love, when we love to do it. And when we launch this new business in January, that's going to be a major theme of mine. We're going to do YouTube lives when the virus goes away. I want to get to the point where we actually have meetups around the country and get to meet the people that we're doing business with. So there's a lot coming. This is the biggest bull / economic boom, in my opinion, in world history. We're just a little overbought right now. We need to let things settle down and maybe even pull back as we head into the acceptance or denial of the election. And I promise to be here every step of the way. This is going to be a lot of fun as we get beyond this $10,000 that you're owed. $2 million loans if you qualify. The best is truly yet to come. So until next time, I love you guys. I appreciate you watching, and see you soon.